Good morning, Twisties. Welcome to my home. This is my new office for at least the next 2 weeks, probably a lot longer than that. Michigan is finally caught up with the rest of the country. We are in a shelter-in-place mode for at least 2 weeks. And so I'm here. I brought all my stuff from the studio, from my office home. I've got my computers, I've got my paperwork, I've got everything here. So business as usual, but just from my house. I do have some dogs, just to let you know. I've got 2 dogs. They're running around, Kiwi and Blueberry. You might hear them or see them. They might jump up. Such is my life. I have 4 children who are all here as well to attend University of Michigan, and they are doing their classes online here at home. And I have a middle schooler and a high schooler, and they are also both home doing some work, but mostly just a lot of screen time, if I'm being honest. So everybody's here. My husband is also working from home. It's a crazy household, but that's okay. We're all dealing with this right now, and you know what? I kind of love it. It's fine. It's kind of fun to have everybody here. My kids are cooking, and my son's making bread and all kinds of stuff. It's just great. Anyhow, on to why we are having this discussion. So because of our stay-at-home order, things are going to have to change just a little bit for our business. We have a studio. It's not a home studio. It's an actual little building. And so that makes it a little harder for us to get there and get our work done. Meg and Fawn are going to be alternating days in order to get the dyeing done, so that way we don't overlap. And they'll be sanitizing as they walk in and sanitizing as they walk out to help minimize any germs on shared equipment. I'm going to be working from home, as I said, and we will be in touch with each other as much as possible, multiple times daily, to try and coordinate our efforts. It's a little weird not being there. So when you ask me a question on email about your order, I usually get up, walk into the other room, take a peek at our order bins, then walk into the dyeing area and say, hey, what are you guys working on? Is it this order? Where is it in the process? So not being able to lay eyes or hands on things is going to be a little bit weird, but we're going to work this out. It's fine. We're going to be fine. It's going to be great. That leads me into a big, huge thank you for everyone who participated in our virtual yarn show. Yay us! It was so cool. People really, you came out for us. Thank you so much for doing that. We were blown away with the response. I think this is a great way to take advantage of a weekend where you normally would have been coming to see us, and for some of you, being able to come and see us without coming to see us. So this last weekend we were supposed to be in Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Knit and Crochet show, and we had a virtual yarn show on our site. It took a lot of work, more than I expected actually, to get it all set up. But now that it's set up, I have a framework, and we can do this kind of thing more often. And with the response that we got, I want to say I think you guys liked this. Many of you should have already gotten a shipping notice. We shipped out more than half, probably more than 3/4 of the orders yesterday. Fawn and I spent the whole morning filling the orders, bagging them up, getting them shipped, and getting them to the post office. You should have seen the guy when I walked in. He was not amused. I walked in with 3 IKEA bags full of orders, and he just looked at me and said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes, I am. Here you go." So those orders went out yesterday. Fawn is in the studio today. She's going to get the remainder of those orders filled and over to the post office as well. I spoke with them yesterday, the post office, and said, hey, what does this mean for us now that we're in the shelter-in-place mode? What does this mean for the post office and how things keep running? Pardon me. They said it's business as usual with a few modifications as far as distancing and how many people are allowed in the building at a time, etc. But their suggestion was for us to pick a day. That is our shipping day. That helps minimize contact with other humans during this time. It helps them kind of spread things out, so it's not everybody coming in on Fridays and trying to ship everything all at once. And then there's billions of people. It's kind of, it's counterproductive. So we're going to just pick a day starting next week that we ship everything. So if we're in the virtual yarn show, if you placed an order during that time, your orders will go out either yesterday or today, which is Tuesday, March 24th. March 24th. But otherwise, we're going to try and collect them all into groups and then send those out once a week. That's going to be just the new norm for a while. So that will affect some processing time. There are a few exceptions to the yarn show rule. If you placed an order for my neighbor, we tried to pull it straight from our stock if we had it. And if we did, those went out already. If we did not have it, and there were a handful that we didn't have in stock, we are dyeing them. They got started yesterday. Today, they'll finish them up, and they'll probably go out next week sometime. And also, if you placed a regular order, and by regular, I mean not a part of the yarn show sale, just from the regular sections of our site, we're going to hold on to your yarn show orders and then send those all at once. So unless you need them urgently for a emergency project, and if that's the case, send me an email, goods@twistedfiberart.com. We're going to hold on to them and then ship them once your regular order has been dyed. That, again, just to minimize physical contact with humans. It'll go out on whatever day that we decide on for shipping moving forward. Okay, so thank you. Thank you so much. This was a great idea. I hope if you really liked this idea, I hope you'll send me an email or get on Ravelry. There's a virtual yarn show thread. Maybe commenting on there would be a great idea. Let me know if you liked this format. What did you like about it? What needed some tweaking? This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So I'm open to suggestions. If you want to see more, you want to see less, if it was confusing or if it was straightforward, I want to hear that too. What did you like about this sale, and what can we do for next time? We'd like to do this again for YarnCon, which was our next canceled show. And truly any show that was canceled, we'd like to do the similar kind of sale. So let me know. I want to know. Send me an email. Go on to Ravelry. Just comment in those threads. What else? Club. That's what else. So I sent out an email yesterday and I posted on Facebook that club is ending this morning. If you're watching this, it is about quarter after 10 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to keep it open till noon. I have an alarm set on my phone. At noon, I'm going to close this down, close club down, so no more orders will be accepted. Because of our wonky schedule and trying to get everything dyed, we really can't take very many new orders. It's already kind of going to be a stretch. So if you missed it and you're like, oh crud, that was now, place your order because I'm closing it down at noon, and then I can run my numbers again and get things dying so that we can get them out hopefully on time. There may be a little bit of a shuffle on dates, but we're really going to try not to have that happen. So get your order in for club by noon today. Again, March, I had to look again. Get it in today, March 24th by noon. Okay. How about some show and tell? I'm always knitting. Like always. But I've been kind of splitting my time. My brother and his wife are first responders. They're paramedics. My sister-in-law works for the fire department. But they're both first responders, and they're both starting to see a lack of PPE, personal protection equipment, in their line of work. So one of the things that I, as a crafter, can help with are masks. Now, are they as good as what they can get through medical supplies? Absolutely not. Is it something that they can have that they don't have now? Yes. So that is what I'm working on. I am not a sewer. Knitting is my craft. Sewing is something that I can do when I have to. But I can tell you that as a person who's not like a brilliant sewer, these patterns that are out there are very, very simple. If you can sew a straight line, if you can cut a straight line just using a straight edge, then you can make these masks. And they're really important. People, they are really, really needed. And I need to keep my brother safe. So this is a thing that I can do to help keep my brother and my sister-in-law safe. Just one extra level of protection that they might not otherwise have. So I'm going to show you a couple of the ones that I made. They're awful, just so you know. They don't look great, but they're going to do the job, and he'll wear them. So that's all that matters. The first couple ones that I did here, I think this one's the first one I made. I used bias tape. By the way, bias tape is the thing to use. They're saying the elastic that goes like loops around your ears are starting to melt when they are sanitizing. So I used bias tape for most of these. I used long strips of fabric for one of them. That's really the way to go. They're used to using that anyway, so it's not a hardship on them, and they hold up longer. So, all right, here's the first one. A little bit of bias tape across the top. After doing the first couple ones in this style, I realized that putting the tape or the strip up and down instead of across uses a little bit less of the strips. So I'm going to change to that moving forward, just so I can make more of them. So you put it on, it opens up nice and big. I'm going to show you. Covers the whole face. And at the top, you can kind of see where there's a little strip here and a little strip here. Inside there, I just put a paper clip so that it can form to the nose. I do have some pipe orders on order. I ordered some. I thought I might have some left over from when the kids were little, but apparently not. I'm going to change to those once I get them. So that was my first one. It's two-sided. See, I just had some fabric that I just had actually from work. One of our employees brought it in because they weren't going to use it, so I just snagged it. It was free. Second one, a little bit bigger because I realized my brother's face is bigger than mine. Okay, and then here's where I ran out of bias tape. I only had a little bit of it, so I changed to just strips of fabric, and I did it the way that uses a little bit less of it. And I made it a little bit bigger so my brother can have his entire face covered. And that just ties. And I continue to use the paper clip for the nose. So that's what I've been working on. I did try one other design. It's a little prettier. Look at it, it's got hedgehogs. Isn't that cute? And then it's a little prettier, but I have to play with sizing. It's a little too small. If I put it on, even on me, it doesn't even cover my chin. So I think I'll make some more of these, but I have to play a little bit and find the right size. But they're awful cute. I mean, if you've got to wear a mask, right? So that's what I've been working on. I've also been just working on my shawl that it's just in my bag, but mostly I'm spending my time making the masks. Check with your local hospital. They all have websites and they're all asking for materials. Some of them have specific patterns that you should be following. The square ones or the rectangle ones that I showed you at first were from the We Can Sew It pattern that my local area hospital is requesting. This this one here is a different pattern that other hospitals in the area are also requesting, some of each, I guess. So check with your local hospital, check with your local health department. Give a call to your first responders. I'm afraid that they're getting missed. Everybody wants to donate to the hospital, which is fantastic. Please, please donate to your hospital. But maybe give a call to your local ambulance service, or your local fire station, your local veterinary office. Those are those kind of places also need masks. So give them a call, see if they've got a specific pattern that they want you to follow, if there's any suggested materials that they need. Everybody's got a little bit something different. So follow what you can do. Hey, I love you guys. I'm going to get going. I've got lots of work to do today. But thank you for spending some time with me here at my home. I'll try to keep these coming once a week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.